Welcome back to Java Space. In this video, we are going to talk about Spring JUnit config. So in the previous video, we talked about an extension where we are saying we want to integrate Spring TestContext into JUnit 5 programming model. And we saw that we use at extend with, and then we pass it SpringExtension.class as an argument. Then you also use it in combination with at context configuration, and then you pass that with a configuration file, which could be a class or an XML. Then we see that these two are enough to help you set up a test context, which is an application context that is peculiar for your testing test cases. So now, since we are always using these two in combination, it is good to combine them. And the Spring JUnit config actually combines these two annotations into one annotation. And this is how Spring recommends you to prepare your or to set up your test. All right. So if you do not want to include a configuration class as an argument to add Spring JUnit config, you can embed your configuration class inside that particular class that is annotated with at Spring JUnit config. And by so doing, Spring will inject, or it will use that configuration class as an argument implicitly for you. But one rule is that that class must be static. As you can see here, this class is static, right? So the question you might ask is, what is the importance of doing this? So sometimes you want configurations that are only specific to this particular test class. E.g., maybe you want a different data source for this particular test class. Then this configuration we are having here would be able to help you to achieve just that. But now we may want our application context to be a web application context, not just an application context. I have a video or a lecture where I talk about application context, everything you need to know, where I talk about different application context. All right. So if you want to load an application text context, you will use, if you want to load a web application context, you will use at Spring JUnit web config. So at Spring JUnit web config combines the same annotations of at Spring JUnit config plus a web application context plus a web app configuration from Spring testing. So this will help you to load a web application context. So you can use it at class level as a drop-in replacement for at context configuration and web app configuration. So as we can see that this annotation composes at extend with SpringExtension.class at context configuration, as well as at web app configuration from the Spring TestContext Framework. So on the right here, you see that we are just configuring our class with at Spring JUnit web config, and we are passing it a class. And then here we are passing it a test config, which is an XML. So here we are passing it a class, then here we are passing it an XML, which means you can put your configurations in an XML file or in a class file. But I know in our modern day Spring, today the use of XML is highly discouraged. We use Java configurations instead of XML. So thank you guys for watching this video. See you in the next video.